برائے خوشنودی امام زمانہ بآواز بلند صلوات
اللہم صلی علی محمد وآل محمد.
لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء المرسلين وعلى خاتم النبيين ورحمة العالمين. مكي والمدني والأمي والخريشي الهاشمي حبيب إله العالمين. مخاطب طه وياسين وقلب الأحمد جد الحسنين أبو القاسم محمد.
اللہم صلی علی محمد وآل محمد.
امام مشارق والمغارب امام النجم الثاقب اسد اللہ الغالب غرم اللہ کل غالب مطلوب کل طالب مولانا و مقتدنا و ولینا و شفیعنا عین اللہ وجہ اللہ ید اللہ لسان اللہ صفات اللہ شافع محشر ساقی کوثر فاتح بدر الحسین و خیبر میزان الاعمال مقلب الاحوال رئیس العارفین سید الواسعین والمتقین وارث علم نبیین امیر المومنین علی ابن ابی طالب.
اللہم صلی علی محمد وآل محمد.
وآلہ الطیبین الطاہرین المعصومین المظلومین. بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم. الاجل 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 یا صاحب الزمان الاجل. ایک صلوات بھیجو.
اللہم صلی علی محمد وآل محمد.
آپ سب کو عید کی مبارکباد پیش کرتا ہوں. جب مجھ سے جشن کے لیے کہا گیا تو میری یہ سمجھ میں نہیں آیا کہ عنوان مجھے کیا رکھنا چاہیے. سوچتے کہ عام طور پر نویں کی بات جب آتی ہے تو ماحول کم سے کم ہمارے شہر میں کچھ اور ہوتا ہے، شاید لکھنؤ وغیرہ میں بھی کچھ اور ہوتا ہے، اس سے مجھے پتہ نہیں. یہاں تو وہ ماحول ہو نہیں سکتا. اور پھر جب کل 11 امام کی شہادت تھی تو نیچرلی آج آخری امام کی امامت کا پہلا دن ہے، ان کا دور شروع ہوا ہے. I think my concentration should be on Imam E-ZAMANA.
اللہم صلی علی محمد وآل محمد.
No doubt, today was the first day after a gap of about so many years when our fourth Imam and others of the household smiled for the first time because they got the good news that Maloon has been sent away from this world. Though the victory of the Yazid and his army was visual victory, it's a visual victory. History says he won the war. But did he? The victor always gets celebrated. The victor always have celebration, victor always have monument to him. But this is a very unique victor of the war, whose place of death nobody knows, where his remains nobody knows, what happened to him nobody knows. There are various theories about where he was buried, where he lies buried. One thing is for sure, he is in the deepest of deepest places of hell. I came across, I'm sure my fellow age people will know, I came across only one instance in history where a so-called Muslim leader went to Iraq in search of the burial place of Yazid. And he was Ahmad bin Bela of Algeria. Nobody knows where he is buried. Nobody knows where he is buried. And he used the word, I'm shocked that nobody knows where Yazid is buried. And he went there as official guest and he found this out. Nobody knew. The tyrant, as I said for the first Majlis when I started here, always get back the same results. Yazid, nobody knows where he's buried. Muawiyah, nobody knows where he's buried. Shimr, nobody knows where he's buried. Or whether they were buried also or not. Or they were thrown to dogs. I pray to Allah that they were thrown to dogs. Dogs and the wolves and the vultures. Similarly, look at the fate of what happened to Saddam, what happened to other dictators. If you go down the history, look at the history. Every dictator who was responsible for the deaths of so many people died a similar death of that of Yazid. Hitler, Mussolini, Saddam, this Libyan fellow, that Osama, where are they all? Where are they all? So the path which they led, the life which they led, ended a similar way. Somewhere down the history, everybody will forget them, inshallah. And those who remember probably will use their names to frighten the children. Look, don't behave this way, otherwise he will come. Like Shaitan will come, Dajjal will come. But look at the other part, the path of the righteous. For 1400 years we are waiting for the most righteous of righteous person on this earth to reappear, to guide us. Now, young minds may think, how is it possible that somebody can live for such a long period? If you look at the Quran, read the Quran, there's the Ashab-e-Kahf, they're still living. Hazrat Khazr is still living. They're living. So if they can live, surely the progeny of Muhammad can live. And the Quran says, the time will come when the righteous will appear and show the way. And even Prophet Muhammad has said that this world will never be without a guide. The guide will be from my progeny, from Quraysh. And
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
And he said the name will be that of mine. Hence, the hadith I quoted again, yesterday or on the first Majlis here. Awalana Muhammad, Wasatana Muhammad, Akhirana Muhammad, Qurana Muhammad. The first is Muhammad, the middle is Muhammad, the last is Muhammad, and all are Muhammad. And the last one who will appear, as per the description given by a prophet, will be just like him. Surat, Sirat, Shakl, Rang, Waza, हर चीज इस मोहम्मद की वैसी होगी इस उस मोहम्मद की थी। तो अब पता चला कि मोहम्मद में कोई फर्क नहीं है। अगर अली अकबर मोहम्मद की तरह थे तो इमाम मोहम्मद बाक़िर भी मोहम्मद की तरह थे और आने वाले भी मोहम्मद की तरह ही होंगे। तो सब एक ही थे। अब हमको इंतजार आखिरी का है। पहले में और आखिरी में कोई फर्क नहीं है। सबसे पहले ने जो कुरान लेकर आया था, my young friend, I am addressing to youngsters in English. Otherwise, I can be more fluent to my elders in Urdu, which I'm so used to. Okay, so just look at me. I know I'm not very good looking, but at least look at me. Okay, look at these alums, at least. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
So, the Quran, which Hazrat Ali brought, and he said, this is the Quran, was compiled in the proper way that should have been compiled, was not accepted by the Muslims of that period, especially the third Caliph. Rejected it. So he said, okay, I'm taking this away. And this will come when the Qaim comes. Why he took that away? If he had kept the Quran, there would have been two Qurans. As it is, there are so many divisions in Islam. And the dispute would have been which is the correct Quran, which is not the correct Quran. So the Quran is taken away and is with our last Imam. And he will bring the Quran. And the alam, which was in Karbala, again, has not appeared again. The last time the Islamic alam appeared was in Karbala. Because there have been no wars. Because that was the alam of the family of Prophet Muhammad. And that alam will again appear when our last Imam comes. So he will come with the alam, he will come with the Quran, and he will come calling everybody, इस्तिग़ासा बुलंद होगा, इस्तिग़ासा वही होगा जो करबला में था, हल मिन नासिरिन यंसुरना, है कोई मेरी मदद करने वाला. Hadith says 40 will move forward. Out of this millions or billions now, the 2 billion people in this earth, 40 righteous will move forward and say that we are there. And then he will have an army of 330 or 303, something like that, who will bring peace on earth. The Prophet says that without the appearance of Mahdi, the world will not come to an end, even if it's for a day. Even if it's for a day, Qiyamah will not come unless Mahdi comes. But then the Hadith he says that he will rule for 7 years. And when he comes, he will dig out the original Torah, the original Injil, the original Psalms. And he will dispense justice in the people as per their beliefs. The believers of Torah will be given justice as per their book. Those who believe in Injil will get their justice as per their books. The believers of Psalms will get justice from their books. And of course, we will get justice from Quran. And we are more answerable than amongst we, the particular group which has been sent by Allah to be the friends of Ahlul Bayt, will be more responsible for our actions, and we will have to answer more than anybody else. Because we are the one who's been saying, we love Ahlul Bayt. We are the ones who are saying, we are the lovers of Ali. We are the ones who are saying, we are Martyrdom of Hussain. And we are the ones who's constantly saying, Al-Ajal, Al-Ajal, Al-Ajal. A very responsible alim very jokingly said something which is absolutely true also, that if Imam were to appear today, I think we will say, why have you come so fast? Why have you come so fast? We are enjoying our lives here. And they will refuse to recognize him also. Some might be saying, "Wala hum majlis kar rahe the, aap kyun aa gaye?" हालात हैं, हालात हैं. We cannot deny this. Cannot deny this. Who will be in that group? Nobody knows. And where are the 40? Nobody knows. So let's all pray that we please become one of the 40. So to be one of the 40, I repeat, we need that passport, we need that visa. And we need a very, very clean passport. And we need a very, very clean visa. So unless we fulfill all our wajibats with our heart and soul, and unless and until we really give our full love and full obedience to Ahlul Bayt, we will not get that visa also that we deserve. See, when you go to the Middle East, or you come also here, there are two types of visas. One is a visitor visa, one is a working visa, residential visa. So we have to decide which visa we want. Do we want to have a residential visa, or a working visa, or a visitor's visa? The easiest to get is a visitor's visa, which I got in 2 days. The sponsor, I gave the paper, they looked at my passport, they looked at my previous records, said, okay, go, but come back after 6 months. Don't stay there. But to get a residential visa, we have to make appointments, produce sort of things, character certificate, this, that, knowledge, language, everything. Only then we get the residence visa. For a worldly trip, we go through all this. To be with our Imams, to be nearer to them, maybe not the same level of heaven, but somewhere nearer. Just imagine what all we'll have to do to get that visa. And you might think, what's he talking about visa and all? Yes, passport is easy. You get it. It's right. But to get that also, you have to go through certain things. But it's very difficult. Very difficult. Especially if you're going to talk about being nearer to Imam E-ZAMANA when he calls from Kaaba. I'm sure I won't go. I don't qualify for that. I'm sure of that. We're talking about 40 people. I pray that I may be in the 330. That would be even luckier thing. But then, the world will come down to that level of decadence that he will have to come and establish justice and righteousness. He will wipe off all the unjust ways. He will wipe off all the decadence. And the rule of Quran, the rule of Allah will be established. And it's not just the Shias who believe in this. It's not just the Muslims who believe in this. Others also. Christians say Messiah will come, Jews say Messiah will come. Hindus say Martyrdom will come. Buddhists say Martyrdom will come. And Zoroastrians also have a word for it. I put it down, it's a very strong word.
Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salwa.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
The Russian word for this is Sao Shahyant. Sao Shahyant. So they all say this will happen. They will appear. And in fact, I was looking at something interesting. There's a lady in India, who was born somewhere in Gujarat, Ahmedabad in Gujarat. Ma, something is the name. And she said, yes, I believe in Mahdi. and Mehdi will definitely appear. And she in fact located the place saying, this is the place from where Mehdi will come. But, okay. Main thing is, even that Hindu modern day goddess, and she's actually behaves like a goddess. Everybody sort of goes around and sits in front of her and she gives out discourses and all that. And she's a lot of institutions, schools and colleges and hospitals all over India. She's a lot of work there. And she said, yes, Mehdi will appear and Martyrdom will come. Ma is Ma, mother. That's their concept. In Hinduism, remember, the concept is mother. Tirth, pure, will come. The pure Ma will come. So this concept of Mehdi is nothing unusual. But most shocking thing I found, and I am surprised that a Zakir, or the power of Allama Shit Rabi didn't accept this. Let me say this. Allama Iqbal has philosophically said, I don't accept the concept of Mehdi. That's most surprising. Although he has written so many qasidas and azams and all that in praise of Al-Bayt, but when it comes to Mehdi, he says, I don't accept it. It's surprising. I was shocked to read. I kept on referring to 2-3 different pages. Confirmed. Among the list of people who disclaimed the appearance of Mehdi, Allama Iqbal's name also comes in. It must surprise, more shocking. I have to go more deep into it and see and find out from somewhere else this is the truth or not. But coming back to the reality, when Imam E-ZAMANA appears, last 7 years of his rule, he will be followed by Hazrat Isa, and Hazrat Isa will pray behind Imam E-ZAMANA. But remember, he was lifted up by Islam. So he is actually alive. If you look at Islamic way of thinking, Hazrat Isa is still alive because he was lifted up from the crucifix. So he will also appear. And then others will come. So Imam E-ZAMANA, Imam Mehdi says, I will meet everybody in their lifetime once. At least once. And those who are pure will recognize me. But he says, when you try to describe my face, you will be a liar. Though you may see my face, but you will not be able to recognize me, and don't try to describe because you will be a liar. That's the noor which emanates from Imam's face, will make the person blind. He will not be able to recognize the face because of noor. And if he tries to describe the Imam, he will not be able to. The descriptions he will give, the descriptions given by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That will be the description he will give. But even that he may not be able to give correctly because he has not seen the face. He knows Imam is there. There are many instances people have said, we were praying, we felt somebody standing next to us praying. We looked and the person was going away. We didn't realize it was Imam E-ZAMANA. But there are ulamas who met him. In fact, I will not name, but one person is in London. He has met Imam E-ZAMANA. I know him personally. And he told a very few select people, and this is what happened. I met Imam E-ZAMANA, and I can't describe his face to you. Such a noor is emanating. How I know that it was Imam E-ZAMANA? When we asked him, he said, yes, I was told. So Imam will appear and will cleanse this world of all the evil, of all the wrongdoings. The kingdom will start for 7 years and then the whole world will finish. Qiyamah will come. And then we will all face our deeds. Is it 50,000 years? Long, long days. Maybe we have to stand and wait and see what's going to happen to us. And otherwise, I always tell people, look, the मातम के निशान, सजदे के निशान उतने काम नहीं आएंगे तुम्हारे अमाल काम आएंगे. बड़े बड़े मकान, नफीस कपड़े, लजीज ग़िज़ाएं अपने लिए रख कर अपने बाजू वालों की फिक्र न करना, अपने 40 घर तक क्या हो रहा है नहीं देखना, यतीम के सर पर हाथ नहीं रखना, ये जिंदगी नहीं है. और एक चीज मैं कहता हूं, खुम्स इज वाजिब. What is khums? Only money? No. If you have time, take out 1/5 of your time is khums. If you have humor, use that. If you can participate in somebody's sadness, participate. All these things are there. All these things are there. So people say, "Hey, bhai, hum गरीब हैं, हम खुम्स नहीं दे सकते." ये वक्त है, दो. ग़िज़ा है, दो. कपड़े हैं, दो. कुछ नहीं कर सकते, किसी ज़ईफ़ को इधर से उधर पहुंचा दो रोड पर. किसी को पहुंचा दो, रोड पर पहुंचा दो. थोड़ी देर से बैठ के बात कर लो, दिल खुश मत करो उसको, दिल खुश कर दो उसका. छोटी छोटी चीजें, बहुत छोटी चीजें. आप पास इल्म है, इल्म बांटो. वक्त है, वक्त बांटो. सब कुछ करो. और एक चीज खास तौर पे याद रखो, खास तौर पे वेस्टर्न सोसाइटी में जो ट्रेंड है अपने वालिदैन को भूल जाने का, उसको अडॉप्ट मत करो. जिस दिन आप अपने वालिदैन को, अपने पेरेंट्स को, यू कीप देम अवे फ्रॉम यू in some old age homes or in their flats and you don't bother about them, just think that you are inviting the wrath of Ahlul Bayt. So be very, very careful how you treat your elders, how you treat your parents. With that, I think I finish what I have to say. Once again, दोहरी ईद की दो मुबारक बातें. एक इमाम ज़माना के दौर के शुरू होने की, और दूसरे मलून को मलून की जगह पहुंचाने की.